to do, because I started to realize like here I'm either not going through all my food, or like I going through, like I bought too much and I'm eating the same things like for a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For one person.
Yeah. I know you're one person, so that's different. I don't know what's going on with this. I just hit. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, that's. I see. Now we're a family of 5, and now we don't all eat the same thing always. My husband and I do, of course, and the kids eat some of the stuff, but not all the stuff.
Right.
So, like right now, we have a ton of food. I find if we don't keep up and eat it, we make a big portion. We like double everything.
Yeah.
And if we don't eat that, like when we're supposed to, we very easily throw out food, and I hate that. I hate throwing food out.
So that's why I just started here last week, buying just enough. So like if I have to go out to the grocery store, at least then I know I ate that food,
right,
and I don't have to go back.
Right. So, all right. So I'm gonna just start as if everyone's frozen.
Everyone else.
Yes. You're Christine. You were on the call once before, right?
Me? Yes.
I remember when you were starting. How is it going?
Yeah, it's all right. What are my struggles right now? So my struggles are that I like overly planned. I think, yeah. So I had a plan for all my lunches, which worked great, but the dinners were what was struggle. Because I found that either my kids wouldn't eat it or it took a little bit too long to prepare. And then like if I missed a night with the plan, I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I like one night I think I came home too late and I just didn't feel like cooking.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anything easy that I had planned to just like chuck in and just have it all figured out. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So then kind of what you were just talking about, like I felt like I wasted food and then I hate doing that. So I just
went me too.
whole spiral thing. And I love blood.
Yeah.
So I've got to work on it. But we're going on holiday next week, which is really exciting. But so I was hoping to get some ideas from you lovely ladies on like how to meal plan when you're on holiday, and especially in the car because we're driving 8 hours.
Right.
So like, right, okay, because normally I would just have my bag of Cheez-Its and like stop by the drive-thru, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that this time. Yes. So I was gonna steal some of this time for myself tonight. Sorry.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're on.
Ask for some suggestions, but we can do it after. Like, it's not a problem.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. I can tell you about that. So I actually took a trip to Florida, and when I was just starting the program, or I was like into my second round of 21-day fix, I wanted so badly to be on the plan.
Yeah.
So what I did was I packed a little cooler.
Yeah.
And I put things like hard-boiled eggs, things that could stay pretty well. You know, I don't know what you eat, but I definitely did hard-boiled eggs. I had my Shakeology, and I would just shake it. Unfortunately, I couldn't blend it.
Yeah.
My Shakeology could be one meal. 2 hard-boiled eggs, fruit. You could do cheese sticks, hummus. I would do like the little cups of hummus with some veggies, and they sell those at Costco. I love those little cups. They're like one.
Yeah, that's a clever idea.
Yep. I would do that, and I had everything cut up. Fruit is easy. You can have apple, you know. And what I've been trying to say with Ellie and with a couple of the other new girls is like really keep it simple in the beginning. Try not to do any complicated recipes. And even like with traveling, you know, like just keep it simple, you know. Go what I wanted to tell Ellie, and I wish I wanted to print it out another I printed out another Challenger journal, but it was missed some pages. But what I wanted to show her is, let me just see if I can find it. Does anybody else, while I'm looking, does anybody else have any good travel suggestions?
I travel a lot for work.
Okay.
I'm heavily on the road.
Okay.
So I kind of do very similar to Jordy, but I can't always have. I don't know when my next meal is going to So I have to have, so I'll do celery sticks and peanut butter. Like I'll make a little container of peanut butter and like I'll just have it, and so I have it on the go. Hummus cups, when I finally found those, are life-saving.
Right.
Cool.
Now sometimes like I need to have like, I can't always just have, sometimes I'll make like a tuna fish sandwich.
Okay.
Because if I can put it in my cooler, that's one thing. But if I can't, and I have to maybe go out to eat something, like I have to get other things for other people as well, and I am super tempted, I will kind of custom make my food to make it the best way for me possible. So like I have coworkers, they wanted to go to Panera. Okay, you can go and you can find their salads, and I can add in grilled chicken.
Yeah.
And then I have the dressing on the side. And so that way then I kind of know, you start to learn how much a green container can hold. You start to learn as it goes on to saying, okay, this is roughly about a 1.5 containers or 2 containers of greens. This is about 1 container of red. And then I try hard when they are going to go to a restaurant or they're going to go someplace, or I have to make a stop because say I ran out of time and I didn't have time to make a sandwich or pack anything. I only have time to pick something up. I will try to find something, or gas stations have little packets of nuts. And like trail mix type stuff. Yes, the sodium may be a little bit higher, but I say
better than a lot of things, isn't it?
It's better than anything else.
And I like your idea with the peanut butter. That's a really good one. And if you don't have time or whatever to do the like little container of them, they do sell like little packets in the stores. You can find like little almond butter packets.
Okay.
I think they're Justines or Justin's or whatever, almond butter, those little packets. So you can find those for on the go. Like I don't know what boiled eggs, cut up celery, carrots, that kind of a thing with the hummus.
Cucumber.
What time of the day are you leaving?
Middle of the night.
Oh. I was going to say, because usually when we travel, my husband and I will get up early, like by 5:30 or so, eat like a big breakfast, like as far as not like carbs and stuff. I'm saying like just like our eggs, our just everything from like one of our containers, well, my containers. I'll make sure I eat everything. And then I kind of structure throughout the day, like exactly like, okay, so around 10 o'clock I'll have my snack, and then around 1 or 2 I have my lunch, and then around 3 or 4 I'll have another snack, and then by 7 I have dinner. So I'll always say like, okay, I do this for even work every day, is I'll bring like an apple and some peanuts for my 10 o'clock. So that's that. And then your lunch, you might want to stop on the road. You're going to be the middle of the night, so I don't know if you're going to get there in the morning.
No, that's a smart way of thinking about it, because if I say, okay, so an hour in, I'm going to have this, then when I stop to get gas,
so you're not just eating celery sticks and peanut butter and apples and hard-boiled eggs the whole way. So what I do is like I give myself every 3 hours to eat. So if I eat at 7, the next time I eat is 10, and then 1, and then 3, and then 6.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And even when I did the 3-day cleanse, I literally wrote on every single packet of the cleanse what time I took it. Yeah. Because I just didn't want to be like looking at the clock, like forgetting, like what do I do now? What do I take now? Like it was like 9:30. This is what I do, and I did it, and I did it the night before, and I wrote with like permanent marker actually on what I was going to eat. 10:30. 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
I have my calendar, my timer, I have hours, people like.
Yeah.
All
I just like, that's good too. I'm a visual person, and if I'm like that apple and peanuts is written down on the bag says 10:30, that's when I'm eating at 10:30. So like for me, a timer, I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, I'm a
For
paper
me,
and pen person. You know,
me
it depends.
too.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to go over. I love social media like crazy. Don't get me wrong, and it's very easy for me.
It's distracting though.
But when it comes to stuff like that, like directions of what I'm doing, and like I like to write it in a notebook exactly the color coordinated, the time, how many, what it was, like a green container, a purple container, or whatever. And then so yeah, like if you plan like, okay, you eat at 7, 10, 2, or 1, 3:30, and then 6. It's not as because at 10 o'clock you're only going to be having a half an apple and some peanuts. Right. At 2 o'clock you're going to be having your protein, your carb, and your
Well, I'm sure that
vegetable.
also kind of helps with the portions too, because then you're not snacking the whole time. You're like doing it at certain. That's really
exactly.
Okay.
And also too, I found that when you have that time, it's like you want a snack in between, and you're like, oh no, I have 15, and I will say to myself, I have another 45 minutes, and then I can have my lunch. I'm not going to eat
during
that.
the workouts when it's like, okay, 15 more seconds. It's like, okay, 1 more hour, and you can have your snack.
I work at a diner, so I could pick all day long. So I so badly want to eat that bacon that I see sitting there. And like, you know what? I have 30 minutes. I can wait till my I can wait till my and that's a big thing for your metabolism as well, because if you train your metabolism to be if you eat the same exact time every single day, your body will automatically go into a flow of like, that's it.
Yep.
And then when you do have your cheat days, like a Friday or Saturday, you're shocking your body. And then once you go back into that flow on Monday, you're like, it's all gone. Like it's like
it goes back quick. It does. It goes back quick when your body
does.
It. Yeah.
So, and I remember even as a child, my doctor telling me that, like, if you eat the same exact time every day, your body will just, your metabolism will be like a wheel, like it'll just keep going and going and going.
That's what I noticed when I did that pre-workout meal. I did 80 Day Obsession, and they had you incorporate a pre-workout meal. That's when I really learned, wow, you can really train your body to be hungry whenever you want.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy because my body got used to it so that I would wake up and want to eat.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I didn't think I would ever be able to eat before I worked out. And then all of a sudden I could eat and then work out 5 seconds later.
Yes. Also, too, even with carbs, like, your body will, when it's tired, if you have a small amount of carb, you'll be like awake. You don't have to have that caffeine and coffee or energy drink that people like you.
I know, I love that thing though. Girl, it's like yeah, but it's like a drug.
No, not the go-go juice. I'm just talking about like Monster or something, like the stuff that's not good for you. Yeah. I'm talking about that, but I'm saying if you're throughout your day and you're not going to work out, you're not having go-go juice.
Yes.
Like you have a little bit of a half a potato, or and you just get that, okay, I'm awake, I'm alert, with your protein and everything else, but it's good to incorporate it.
For sure.
I will say, if you get sandwich thins,
oh yeah, those are good.
Yes,
they're really good. Yeah. Because you can even put peanut butter onto them, and you can have that as like one of your snacks. Like if you needed to have a carb added into like a snack, they're very portable. They last a long time, and they are. You can have basically one sandwich for one carb.
Yeah. We just started getting them because he likes a sandwich in the middle of the day. I eat a salad, but he likes sandwiches. So he got they're like whole wheat. They're all fine.
Oh, yeah.
And they're sandwich thins. They're great.
And they're okay. Yeah. They're okay to, like, they're allowed?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the whole wheat ones. You have to look and see what they're made from.
Now, I don't put my carbs in my snacks at all. I use my carbs for like my meals.
Me too.
So I will do a carb for lunch. If I'm going to do any carbs, it would probably be for lunch. Because breakfast, I don't really need them. I mean, they say to do them in breakfast because you have the whole day to burn it off. But, I mean, for the most part, I use it for lunch because it's like, between 1 and 3 o'clock is like the time of day where I'm ready to like like my body starts to get tired. And if I have that little bit of carb at 1:32 with my lunch, I can get through the day.
Yeah.
So that's when, and then like my snacks are always just either
depends,
Shakeology or I have a fruit.
it depends on what bracket you're in though. Like, so if you're in a higher bracket and you're getting like 4 carbs a day, I would definitely do them like breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
You know?
Oh yeah,
Breakfast,
definitely.
I do like
Absolutely.
oatmeal, make it simple. I do either the crock pot oatmeal or you could do instant oatmeal as long as it's not the crap and there's nothing in it, you know. Sorry,
Yeah, that's the stuff you make at home, yeah.
I said a bad word. Or like I love sweet potato with breakfast. I love that.
Like I will also, I was going to say something. Oh, what is it? Beach bars are really good. I don't know if you have those.
Oh,
which one?
Bars, the beach bars.
Yep.
They are these. They're literally the most.
They're good for like if you're traveling and stuff.
They're
for the kids for snacks too.
These are the peanut butter ones, and then they're the cherry. They're cherry, and they have literally changed the way. Like I love my. I don't like my shake that is not blended.
Okay.
I'm that type of person. So that gives
I don't really like it either.
That helps me. That saves me enough to hold me over. But because you're also traveling in the middle of the night, I don't know, are you driving? Or
I'll be driving.
Okay, that will change it. Because I was like, to keep your body on its normal schedule, your body is not used to eating in the middle of the night already. You might be okay because your body isn't used to eating at that time.
Yeah, it's only
so it might be okay to hold a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And try to keep your body on its normal routine schedule of when you're hungry and when you're eating. I noticed on that when I do have to travel overnight, I can hold longer because my body is used to not eating at these hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you kind of have to play around with it, but like having I always write out what I can have at these times.
Yeah.
Now, where are you going? Like, are you going to bring meals with you, or are you going to be eating out a lot, or?
No. We'll be going. I mean, we'll have a kitchen. We'll be cooking our own meals.
Oh, okay.
We've got to get there, and we have 2 small kids, so we're gonna drive through the night so they can sleep and not annoy us while we drive.
Yeah, well, you'll be fine. You'll like I say, if you pace it out every 2
these are all incredible. Like this is all super helpful, and I've written everything down, and I'm gonna print it out this weekend.
Also, I didn't even think about it, but those tuna packs, like from Starkiss, they have like the little packs of tuna. If you needed another type of protein, those are really good.
Okay, so I wanted to say this is Ellie's first time on the call, first time meal planning like this, right? So I wanted to kind of I just dropped off for her the Challenger Journal, and I think you guys all know this is what it looks like, the cover. I think, do you know it, Christine? This is the cover of it. It should be in the units of the group that you're in, whatever group you're in. And in there's all different steps. Like step 1, you're going to do this and that. And then you're going to take your measurements, and you're going to take your weight, take your photographs, and it goes over everything. But when it comes to meal planning, I think the best way to start is really to look at the lists. So in there is the food lists. And what I love to tell people to do in the beginning is just take a highlighter. I don't have one on me. I was looking for one before. But if you take a highlighter and you just go through the list and highlight every food that you like. So just highlight everything so that you know what you could be eating for the different categories. So there's the green, the purple, the red, the yellow, the blue, the orange, and the teaspoons. And you'll learn as you go what each one stands. Now, Ellie's been doing it for about a week now. You're on day 5, right? Or 4?
4.
You're on day 4. So I think she's getting used to the containers and what the colors mean, probably.
A little bit. Yeah, I'm getting used to it a little bit better.
Yeah.
I can't find the listing here, though. Did you?
Oh, it should be there. It should be there. It's page, I'll tell you what page.
Oh, I got it. I found it.
Step 4. Yep. So yeah, I would get a highlighter and or if the highlighter might not show up because the page is kind of faded color. So you could even just, put a little check next to it or a little star if you like the food. You might wind up liking a lot of the foods. But then it'll be nice because when you're looking at it, like trying to think about what I can eat, it's like, okay, oh, I like this. I like broccoli and green beans, and they're greens, and, you know, to make it a little bit easier for you. And then you're going to have this sheet here. So I would have these two things next to each other. And then, so what I always do at the beginning is I'll write in the top how many of each container that I get. So that's going to be different for you. Do you know off the top of your head how many?
No, I've been using the app though. That's been very helpful. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, whoever's watching or watches later, the 21-Day Fix Tracker app, if you're using the container system, is great. So I kind of told Ellie that might be easier for her because she works out of the house and she works pretty far from home, and she doesn't always have access to our Facebook group for resources. Yep. And so I said, you know what, instead of you having to carry around a piece of paper everywhere and, you know, trying to I said, maybe the app will be better for you. So it really depends on you. I like the paper and pen, and I think it's important to put it on paper and pen, at least, you know, when you want to get an idea of what you're going to eat, even if it's just for 3 days, but it doesn't mean you have to carry it around. But I think it's kind of nice to see it all. Okay, I know what I have to eat. So if you know how many containers, I would just write that in the top.
Right.
So I'm going to write it for me. I think it's 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, so I did it for me. And then what I always do is, even whether it's a shake, whether it's a snack or a meal, it doesn't matter to me. For that breakfast, I always put my Shakeology first, because I feel so accomplished when I go and I'm like, all right, I already know one thing I'm going to eat. It makes me feel good. Like, I got one meal down. So I always do it like this. I'll show you what I do. I just write Shakeology. I don't know if you could see that, all down. And then I'm going to put whatever I'm going to add into it. So I put a half a frozen banana, about 6 ounces of almond milk with unsweetened and whatever kind I like. I've been doing the coconut almonds, and it's awesome.
What kind of, where's that one at?
Oh boy, I get it at Stop and Shop.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure they have another stop. You know, I think Target has it also. So.
What brand?
It's the one that they have to keep cold. Is that the Blue Diamond? I don't think it's the best brand to get, but it's delicious.
I'm totally trying that. I love coconut.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll do a teaspoon of maple syrup, and that would count as a teaspoon. And then what I'll do, especially in the beginning, is after I write my meal up top, I'll tally underneath those numbers. I'll make tally marks so that I know as I'm planning, okay, I only have 3 greens left or 2, that kind of thing. So for the shake, it's a red, a purple, and a teaspoon. Because I'll probably put in either maple syrup or, vanilla is free, but. All right, so now let's talk about the rest of the meals. This is where I love the input from you guys. I mean, what are you guys going to make this week? Or you don't know
I already made my meals. Wait, what's today? Wednesday? Today's Thursday?
Yeah.
That was how many days ago we did that? Oh my God. A few days ago. I made chicken cutlets, but I used almond flour.
Okay. Which
definitely gives it, I try so hard to like grilled chicken, and it just grosses me out. I just need something on it. So I do almond flour on it with egg, just like regular breadcrumbs, but I don't use breadcrumbs. I use almond flour, and I fry it in olive oil. But it's,
That's
so
good.
I do that. I did, what else did we do? Chopped meat, just sauteed chopped meat with onions and peppers, and made it with the spaghetti squash meat sauce. That's always a favorite of mine.
Okay.
And taco salad, especially with the chopped meat.
Taco salad's good.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
What else?
All right. Keep thinking, girl.
I did shrimp tacos. So
Mm-hmm.
I had I had those. I have those, and I'll have that next week as well. Next week I'm also planning because I'll have my cheat meal will either be on my birthday or not. Because my birthday is next week, so I'll make myself steak that night for dinner. So I'll have a more of a higher protein for steak on that day. But I'll have and right now I'm switching up my potatoes. I always eat sweet potatoes, but I notice I need to switch it. So I'll go to a Yukon Gold every once in a while.
Okay.
And because I notice with my body, it hasn't been liking sweet potato very often. And I think it's just because I have it too often.
Right.
So I will go brown rice sometimes. But for that, I will do I'll do a Yukon Gold, and then I will do roasted cauliflower is next week, or roasted broccoli. It's what it depends on what I can find at the grocery store at a better price.
Right.
This past week, the grocery produce, I don't know if everybody else's produce prices were really high, but mine were really high.
Okay.
So I like to find frozen veggies if possible.
Okay.
Because like I'll do next week is also a stir fry meal for me next week. So I'll grill up chicken.
Stir fry sounds good.
And I'll make a stir fry.
Okay.
And that is also in my meal plan for next week. And then that also, because yes, I am one person. So it makes so much. It'll also be part of my lunches.
Okay. Yeah, I love to do that. And sometimes I'll do that with fajitas. I'll have fajitas for dinner one night, and then the next day I'll have it as a fajita salad for lunch, and then I'll flip it back and do regular fajitas. So I just wanted to show you this because I just wanted Ellie to hopefully walk away with at least a couple of things that she can do. So this was for the breakfast. I think you guys have seen this before, but I'm just going to basically flip-flop. So like, Ellie, do you eat sweet potatoes? Or not really? Oh, you're muted.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a recipe in the group. It's an egg casserole. Susan, did you make that? I feel so bad, Susan. You didn't get to talk today.
Because I was eating.
Oh, okay, good. You always have such great things too to share. Everybody's been sharing such good things.
Well, I don't know if you know, I was in the hospital. I haven't gone and done a grocery haul in 3 weeks. I am so craving a big haul. Because, I would just go if I had to. I would send Tim just to get immediately for the meal. So now I really just need to just overload the refrigerator and my counter with the overflow.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have a few things planned for this week. Was it my turn to share?
Sure. I'm just going to share this one little thing quick. I probably jumped ahead too fast. So, Ellie, what I'm going to do, and anybody else, I'm going to do that egg casserole recipe. It's so easy. You just make sweet potatoes, and then without the skin, and you squish them down in a casserole dish, like a 9.5 by 11. You squish them down. Then you put whatever vegetable you want on top. I love asparagus or broccoli, anything like that. You put that on top. I forget, there's a specific amount that you're supposed to do. And then you take either egg whites. You can get the containers in the container. You don't even have to, separate or anything like that. Or if you want to use the yolk, you can use whole eggs. They give you a certain amount that you use. You put that on top, salt, pepper, whatever spices you want. You put it in the oven, and it's your breakfast for the whole week, pretty much, unless you want to flip-flop. And you could do the yogurt, granola, and fruit as like one day you could do the egg casserole, and then the other day you could do the yogurt.
So I have a favor to ask, actually. It was something that I had in mind because someone posted the shrimp tacos, and I cannot wait. It's on my menu plan for next week because I can't wait.
Good.
It's so good. But is there any way in the group that we could make an album for recipes that people find and want to share? Because it would be so handy to be able to go back, especially if we're menu planning and someone's mentioned it, these casseroles or the shrimp tacos, to go back and find it really quickly rather than having to scroll through the whole group. If there was just a way that we could make it a bit more accessible, that would be
Well, hopefully, I think Christine is your coach, right? So you're in a different group. We're not in the same group, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. But that's okay. But so what we've done in our
Lines here.
what we did in our group, I don't know if Christine has it, but we set up units. So we have a breakfast unit, a lunch unit, a snacks unit, and a dinner unit. And then we kind of, anytime we add a recipe that we think the whole group will like,
yeah,
add it to that unit just to make it easier to find.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think Samantha, you shared the shrimp taco. So if you share it with me, I can share it with Christine, and then you can get it that way.
I'm so excited to try those. They look amazing.
They are
super excited. Awesome.
Georgia, I have a question about that units, posting the recipe.
Yes.
I don't think that we can all do it. I think just the coaches are able to put the recipes in there. That's why I always say, oh, can you put that in there? I don't think we have the capability of doing it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So that's why I asked you. Remember the post about all those good snacks? Who put that on there? I forget.
I think I did, but maybe not be. I don't know.
Yeah. There was a whole list of all these healthy snacks and everything, even the Shakeology snacks. So I was wondering if that could go in the units.
Oh, sure. If I don't remember where it is.
I couldn't contribute to it. It has to be done by you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In your spare time.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. No, if you find it by any chance, you could tag me and I'll definitely do that. Or I could try to find it. I don't know which one it is exactly. But now, if you have a whole 3 minutes now, Susan, because Susan always has things to share too.
All right, so I'll talk fast. All right, that's my thing anyway. Tomorrow night's our family dinner, so I'm going to make a shrimp cocktail. That's so like calorie free, just to have the boiled shrimp and the sauce. I made a cream of broccoli soup the healthy way, so my guys love that. We'll have that, and I'm just going to make a marinated grilled chicken. And slice that up like I put it over a big salad. So we're going to go light for dinner tomorrow. What I try to do is make Friday nights my to-be dinner, even for the family, and it's been working so far. Another thing I'm going to make during the week is a filet of sole roll up, and inside I'm going to make the spinach with garlic and olive oil and sauteed, and then put feta cheese in it, and then bake that together. It's just so delicious. And
could you share that, please? Could you share that recipe?
Yes.
Awesome.
I don't have recipes.
I'm
the only one in the group that just throws hands full.
She's one of those.
I can tell you ingredients, but not like amounts on stuff. I just kind of wing it.
That's fine. Ingredients would do too.
Okay, I'll post that then. And then also, I'm gonna make during the week the strip steak, and I love that for leftovers to put on a salad for lunches. Very delicious.
That's good. And I'm sorry, what was it? The
strip steak.
Oh, yes.
We barbecue the strip steak, make extra so we can slice it up very thin and just put it onto salad. That's just so delicious. I'm like a salad freak. I'll eat like salad for dinner with all kinds of toppings on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I have planned so far, because this is my first week to like get into it.
Back into it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm eating for lunch. I usually, like I said, I usually do a big salad. I find that I get a lot of my greens in lunch, which probably should be at dinner, but it just tends to be what I crave a big salad at lunch. I don't know. And what I'll usually do is I'll flip-flop again. So like for breakfast, on one day with the egg casserole, I don't have a fruit, so I'll put the fruit in my salad. And then on the other day, when I have fruit for breakfast with the granola and the yogurt, then I won't put the fruit in salad, and I'll have a Greek type of salad without fruit. And I just flip-flop the opposite way to make it easier.
Georgiana, when you make your delicious salads and you put the balsamic on it, is that like a dressing you make, or are you just?
No, I cheat. I was telling this to Ellie. We have less than a minute. I want to thank everybody for hopping on and giving us your time before it boots us. Hi, Ariana.
Sorry, I'm just seeing this now.
Oh, that's okay. So I do the orange.
So tell me about the balsamic.
Yeah, so I do the orange container, and I fill half of it with EVOO, and that only counts as a teaspoon. It won't count as the orange container. And then the other half of the container, I either fill it with balsamic vinegar, or I get the balsamic glaze, which is a little bit thicker. It's more concentrated.
But where do you get that?
It's by Cento, Cento, and it's at Stop and Shop.
Okay.
Yep, I've gotten it other places too, but I found it there. So
Okay.
it's easy to go there. Ellie, how you doing, girl?